Oops, that's not meant to be here. Okay, let's try that again. Hi, I'm Eddie, creative director of 13Z The Zodiac Trials, and I'd love to give you a quick look at what our game's all about. 13Z is a fast-paced action roguelike set in a world inspired by the Eastern Zodiac lore. You play as a challenger competing for the coveted role of the 13th Zodiac. To earn your place, you'll need to prove yourself to the original Zodiac Guardians through different challenges and face some of them in combat by taking on the Zodiac Trials. And from there, things just get more intense. We're big fans of action games, so action is at the heart of 13Z. We designed the combat to be fluid, fast-paced, and expressive. We want players to be able to move fast, chain attacks, and, feel really cool doing it. Mobility plays a big role, and we aren't holding back. Lyra the Fox can dash up walls. Silas the Raven can glide across arenas. We'll expand this as we add more playable characters in the future. As a roguelike, every run is about making choices, the path you take, the rewards you grab, and the skills you build. You can change and upgrade your specific attacks from different martial art styles available to the challenger of your choice. You can also augment them with elemental seals inspired by the Chinese trigram. They infuse skills with elemental properties like being able to apply burn with attacks or dealing an arc of lightning with each swing and more. And if you combine certain elements, you'll unlock powerful synergy effects, like Fire and Mountain gives you Meteor Crash. We're still fine-tuning how builds evolve both during and after every run. The idea is to make each build feel unique and get players trying out different skills, elements, and strategies to take on the trials. Failure is also part of getting stronger. With every attempt at the trials, you'll earn Jade, a persistent currency you can spend on upgrades through the cultivation tree found in the village. The current playtest on Steam features part of Act 1 and a showdown with a goat Zodiac. Not every Guardian is a boss though, or at least not yet. Some, like the monkey, challenge you for rewards. Others, like the pig and rooster, help in their own ways. Finally, the current playtest includes a limited time co-op preview. We'll be taking it down soon to refocus on polishing the single-player experience. But don't worry, co-op will be back later and it's going to be much bigger. Throughout this whole process, the community's been incredible. Feedback, suggestions, and support have helped shape the game and encourage our team. But we are just getting started and there's more to come. For now, we'd like to invite you to check out the playtest of our game 13Z The Zodiac Trials on Steam and take part in shaping its future. So far, I've been showing you some of the features. Now, let's dive into some real gameplay. First up, we've got a speedrun attempt by one of our devs, KZ. This is around stage 3 of a run, so we're pretty close to the end. If you're wondering why KZ is slicing through enemies like butter, it's because he's the one implementing most of the enemy designs. So yeah, he kinda knows all their tricks. Believe it or not though, he's only the second fastest speedrunner on the team. The fastest just happened to be on vacation when this was recorded. Yes, that's a rooster crowing as the merchant's airship makes a landing, because the rooster Zodiac plays the master trader in 13Z. The goat Zodiac is usually a lot more formidable than this, but KZ knows the moves, so he's kinda cheating here a little. The main bosses in 13Z, the final 8 Zodiacs, are all tied to trigram elements just like the ones that players use for upgrades. The goat is tied to the mountain element, so he has a lot of mountain-themed moves like the shield, rock slams, and pillar summons. Notice that the pillars have the goat emblem as well. He actually uses them to regenerate his shield. Now let's cut to a co-op segment featuring 2 of my colleagues, Guan and Keishin. As they aren't as familiar with the gameplay as KZ, they had to run the trials more than 5 times before finally getting this far. This is quite close to the end as well, so we'll see the goat fight after another room or 2. Co-op opens up new strategies for teams. For example, the Raven can take care of high ground enemies perched on floating platforms, while the Fox can handle close-range threats on the ground.
The jingle of progress.
Just now we saw the Raven get knocked out for a bit, but revives himself using Jade, which is one of the permanent currencies in the game.
You've played your hand. You now enter the high peaks, where the air grows thin and the final battle of the trial's first chapter awaits.
Now they're diving into the goat boss fight, this time as a team. Will they make it? I guess we'll find out soon. Flying definitely has its perks. It's easier to dodge ground-based attacks, but the trade-off is lower base damage, which means the Raven has to play more carefully. You can really see the difference in playstyles here. The Fox is going head-to-head against the boss, while the Raven keeps his distance. We're now entering phase 2 of the goat boss fight, where he regenerates his shield and becomes a little bit more aggro. And before we get to the end, let me again drop a quick reminder that the 13Z playtest on Steam is ending soon, and co-op will be temporarily removed afterwards as we refocus on single player. But don't worry, it's gonna come back. So if you want to give it a try though, now's the time.
Awaiting your fall.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in 13Z The Zodiac Trials.